Half a year ago, I tried dropshipping for the first time, and since then, I've lost hundreds of dollars on my stores. But this time, I finally started to make sales. And this is exactly how I did it. So on my previous attempts, I followed the default dropshipping blueprint, which basically means find the product, build a website, and run ads targeting US. But as I've just said, this model doesn't seem to be working to me. It all got to the point that I actually thought that dropshipping is dead and I wanted to give up. But I decided to give it one more shot. So this time, to not spend as much money as I did previously, I'll be spending just $100 on ads, which means that I'll mostly rely on TikTok Organic, which is basically when you order the product you're selling to your house and create the content with it by yourself, which means there's no need for you to spend any money on ads. And as a rule, when doing TikTok Organic dropshipping, people target the US market, since it's considered to be the easiest to go viral there. But sadly, because I'm living in Europe, my US TikTok accounts always get banned and age restricted, so I can't get any organic sales targeting US. So after trying dropshipping to US 2 times and only losing money, I thought to myself, why not to try dropshipping to Europe? I mean, there's basically 10 times less competition, and I can do TikTok Organic there. So this time, I chose Israel for targeting. Without wasting any time, I just went to PiPiads, and after several minutes of scrolling through winning products, I just grabbed a random one that was selling good, since I thought that I can sell anything if I market it good. But after I found the product to sell, I stumbled upon a barrier of building a website. Since because I don't speak Hebrew, I was constantly doubting and debating in my mind about how to properly translate all the hundreds of words on my website. Luckily for me, Shopify has recently released their Translate and Adapt app, which basically allows you to scroll through any part of your website and translate the words manually. But I couldn't just throw all the paragraphs on my website to Google Translator and hope it works out, since obviously nobody will buy from a website that has grammatical errors in its product description. So to overcome that problem, I searched for a translator on Fiverr and paid $10 for translating the whole description, and translated the rest of the website via Google Translator. So when I finished building the website, I set up a TikTok account on a new phone and posted 6 videos evenly during the next several days, just for my account not to look that empty and new. After that, I bought 1000 followers, because that's what's required for you to be able to put the link to your website in bio. And because I don't really speak Hebrew, the process of creating TikToks was a bit complicated for me. I first created a TikTok on English, then I translated everything from English to Hebrew through Google Translator and put it through a third-party text-to-speech generator. After that, I edited the videos on my PC to connect the text-to-speech audio with the video, and only after that, I sent them TikToks to my phone and posted them. So when my account was ready, I have set up a TikTok ads campaign with a $100 budget, just to see if an ad campaign will be lucrative to run in Israel. And it turns out it really is. The ad campaign I set up was running insanely cheap compared to US. I was literally paying 9 cents for 1 click on my ad targeting Israel, while on my previous US campaigns, 1 click would usually cost me around $1, which is 10 times cheaper. So while my ads were running, my TikToks were getting just about 1 or 2k views, and my ad campaign didn't bring any sales neither. So I decided to turn it off for a while to review my ad strategy. And exactly the next day, while my ads were off, I got my first sale. It happened when I was out in a restaurant with my family, and I just can't put it into words how happy and proud I felt. Not only were the ads turned off that day, but I was also literally chilling with my family and getting my daily protein. All the relatives around me just couldn't believe that I've just literally made money from thin air. That one sale was what I really needed to keep pushing, because now I had a real proof that it's actually possible to get sales, and there were no excuses left for me to procrastinate. So from that moment, I started to post even more daily TikToks than before, because as Tate says,
don't be getting excited about money, because when money comes in, you're allowed just 2 or 3 seconds of excitement when you check the bank. Then it doesn't exist anymore.
So I kept on grinding without having to worry about whether this will work or not anymore. And eventually, just a shy of a week after my first sale, while in my math classes, I've got a huge sale of $45.12, which was, by the way, the only sale I've got from the ad campaign before it ran out of budget. Thus, that day I accomplished my old dream of making money passively while being in school. It turned out that the video I used as an ad actually blew up and got me 2 more sales that day, which brought me to the total of $90.25 only that day. And it was the first time in my life I actually felt like I'm getting sales and succeeding in dropshipping. So on the next day I was so motivated that I've shot about 5 TikToks at once. And one of these new videos also blew up, so I got another 2 sales the next day. But now with all these orders, I had to ship the product to my customers somehow. Because for some of my first customers, I ordered their products from CJ Dropshipping. And it was actually convenient ordering from there. Unless I understood that it's like unreasonably expensive compared to other suppliers. Like to the point where I would have sold the product for $11 and spent $8.56 from that on the actual product cost, which is like a really poor margin. So I decided to order from AliExpress for now since it's sort of cheaper there. But after getting a few more orders, I stumbled upon a video of Baird Business, in which he basically explained that the best way for me to ship the product to my customer is by a dropshipping agent from China. If you didn't know who a dropshipping agent is, it's basically a person or a group of people in China that negotiate the prices of goods you're selling directly with the factories that produce it. Therefore, they provide much lower prices, and it's overall just really comfortable to work with an agent, since you can always contact him if your customers have any problems with your product. So I went to Alibaba and contacted some of the sellers of my product. And after some chatting, I arranged for the price of $6.2 and 7 to 15 days shipping times. Now, not only was I getting all of my orders fulfilled for me, they also cost me much less, and I could always be sure that my customers get their products in time. So days passed, and everything seemed to be running smooth unless I noticed that a lot of my customers just start initiating the checkout and never actually finish it. So I contacted my clearing service provider and he said that everything is good, and I don't know why, but after that call the customers started to purchase again. I don't know if it's related or not, but after that I was just implementing new ideas and challenges as usual, and eventually I stumbled upon a video that went viral in the US and decided to recreate it. In that video, I basically answered on a comment that I wrote by myself that says, what will happen if I cut the rope of the automatic door closer with a knife? And I knew it's gonna be a good video from start. So I tried creating that TikTok-ish ambience by turning on the LED light, and I also implemented a pretty famous trick with a viewer retention rate by just saying, wait for it. And oh boy, did that work. I posted that video in the morning before school, and after just several hours, I started getting Shopify notifications right on my lessons. I still remember the lesson which I got 3 sales on, while all the friends surrounding me were just confused about how I'm doing it. And by the end of that day, I made a total of 9 sales.
I'm semi, I stay automatic. Money add then multiply.
And after that one video blew up, I tried refilming it several times, and all the similar videos I created were also going viral. So I made like 6 more sales the next several days. Unfortunately though, I started to understand that most of my comment sections were filled with the comments saying that this exact product is selling on Shein and AliExpress for much cheaper than on my website, which of course was pulling my customers away. So I had to constantly delete these comments. But I don't think that I actually have to put the words about only marketing is what matters back, because when people are writing stuff like that under your videos, it means that people have already seen your product elsewhere and it's already oversaturated and irrelevant. So before I tell you how much I've made from the store in sales and in profit, I just want to note all the lessons I've learned from the store so y'all won't make the same mistakes. And thank PiPiads for working with me. In total from the store, I have made this much in revenue, and this is the profit. Bye.